A little play on words. It wasn't worth repeating. It was pretty weak.
Yeah, no, the nudist colonies in Land O'Lakes, Schwarzkopf lives in Lutz.
What?
Yeah.
Normie Schwarzkopf lives in Lutz? No one. Now I know who's calling us every day. God. Now we'll be standing at attention.
Well, he doesn't have nothing to do now since he retired.
Exactly. And to think that we've been sitting here half-mast during those calls every day, we'll make sure to stand up and salute in that erect position.
Well, I just had to tell you, we love your show up here.
In Land O'Lakes.
In Land O'Lakes, 5 minutes north of Lutz.
You know, I have never heard so many... You know, I've lived in Florida for 19 years now. And I thought I knew the state pretty well. I've been around, I've been around the backyard once or twice. And I'm hearing of places that I have never heard of before. We got a call yesterday from Baum.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And we're like,
right down there by Waimama or something.
Waimama. We are monster in Waimama.
Yeah, did you go to the Shell station and get your map yet?
No, I still didn't do that. I forgot about it. And these cheap bastards here, they won't give us a map. They won't do anything here, man, because our program director's a geek, and he's just not into this thing. It requires a little bit too much effort. He don't like anything that smells like work.
Yeah. Well, we try to disassociate ourselves from the people from Lutz.
I don't blame you.
But believe it or not, there's some people in Land O'Lakes that have a Lutz address. So I think they're probably like, sweating it,
Yeah.
They're going, oh, no, they think we're from Lutz.
Yeah.
But we really live in Land O'Lakes, and it's even in a different county.
Well, it's been a real tweet, and we'll talk to you again, okay?
Okay, good night.
Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Land O'Lakes, George, put it on the map. Let's just stick a bunch of pins in the wall. We don't have any map on there, but we'll just stick a bunch of pins in it. So anyway, the St. Pete Times this morning, this is great. This is the kind of stuff that I really love because you got to get a shovel out, man, and just pile it and pile it and pile it as high as you can. It's under the What's News column by Roger Fisher in the St. Pete Times, and it says, there's a new talk station in town, and WFLA couldn't be happier if operations manager Gabe Hobbs, that's Opie, is to be believed.
WFLA sucks. Oh!
I just want to know where to send the check, he said, after briefly sampling the first day's worth of chatter on News Talk 620 WSUN on Monday. So far, they've spent a lot of their shows talking about us. WSUN, which in fact is poking fun at itself for cost-effective programming, made its debut as an all-talk station with live simulcast from corporate sibling Miami's WIOD. The ever-controversial Neil Rogers 10-2, the wacky Rick and Suds 2-6, form the major portion of WSUN's live talk programming, none of which is based in Tampa Bay. On opening day, both shows' hosts spent a lot of time trying to taunt WFLA and its various personalities. One has to wonder if WIOD's home-based Miami audience was at least a little confused by some of the chatter directed at the Tampa Bay approach. Get serious, they loved it. This approach certainly is cost-effective. Whether it becomes simply effective remains to be seen. Now, here's the great line in here. Any life on the AM dial should be welcomed by listeners and even by its competitors. How do you like that? To show you that AM over there is almost as exciting as it has been over here, okay? Terminal, deadly, comatose, on nightmare. But I always love these guys like Opie over there. Oh, yeah, where do we send the check? They're giving us a lot of publicity. Who the hell are you kidding, you paranoid slime ball? Like he's got everybody locked up tighter than a drum. They can't respond to us. They can't talk about it. We don't operate that way here because we're not paranoid, Opie. We talk about everybody. We talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. And when the numbers come out each and every month, when the trends come out, we read them all. Whether we do well, whether we do crappy or in between, we go down a hole because we want our listeners to know what's really going on. And we don't lie and we don't make them up and we don't say, hey, we beat the crap out of everybody when we didn't. Because we're not paranoid. And because we're like kicking ass, like yours, Opie. Let's do a lady in Sarasota. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
How you doing?
Wonderful. I'm so happy. I know you don't want depressed stories today, and I want to tell you you're the most wonderful thing that's happened to Sarasota. I've been here 3 years, and you're refreshing like a spearmint enema. It's wonderful. I have to tell you.
Yeah.
I was laying in bed last night, and I started laughing, and my husband asked me what I was laughing about, and I was thinking about your show. You are a riot. You're wonderful. You're literate. It's just tremendous.
What a
I'm
job
so
of
excited.
sucking around. Incredible. You might just say we kind of moved the tube from South Florida to cover the entire state.
That's right. It's wonderful, and I have to tell you that I've been homesick for my family up north, and I was planning a trip, and now I'm not going to go because listening to your everyone who listens, your regulars who call in, and even the guy in Lutz, it's like a large dysfunctional
the guy in Lutz
family.
he's like an integral part of the show now.
Yeah, well, it's like a large dysfunctional family, so I'm not homesick anymore.
Great. Well, today, don't forget, being Friday, it's Raspberry Sorbet Enema Day in Sarasota.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to run to Publix.
Yeah.
What a wonderful job.
There are a lot of people
doing.
who got the runs over there today, believe me.
Hey, they all do, and we talk about it in the lines at the grocery store.
Uh-huh. Well, listen, say hi to some of my old friends over there, man, because I was there 19 years ago, 1973, at St. Armand Circle, WSPB.
Well, they're all gone now, like you say.
Man,
they're all gone now. But, again, thrilling. I was spinning through the AM dial. I love talk radio, and I've even listened to Rush just to listen to talk radio.
Oh, God. No wonder you're so happy.
I'm too excited. It's wonderful. It's great. And I don't care about all those people who don't like you. Just like I said, they're codependent. They need to talk to you because they're going to try to fix you.
Yeah, screw them. Well, listen, have a great weekend.
Thanks, Neil.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Sarasota, man, we're like setting that town on its ass, which doesn't take much. Although the old Heidelberg was pretty good, I will say that. Let's do, Lakeland. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
When WSUN advertised their format change, they had called it Confrontational Radio. I feel like they should call it Septic Tank Radio. You've got the worst show that I think I've heard, and I've listened to.
That's right, and we're very proud of it, sir. We're very proud of it, being in the tank.
Yeah, I would assume you
which you probably can relate to. Let me ask you a question, sir. How long have you been sampling Septic Tank Radio?
Well, I tuned in Monday because when I heard the news over the weekend, I thought, oh, great, another talk radio station.
Right, and now here it is Friday, and you're still listening.
No, I'm not. I tuned you out Tuesday because...
You tuned us out on Tuesday, and you waited till Friday to make sure to call and let us know how much you love it.
It's depressing radio, sir.
Yeah. Well, you know something, sir? Can I say something to you, sir, with all due respect?
Well, you've been saying a lot of things. You don't let me talk.
I already let you talk. I'm trying to respond now, sir. I'm trying to respond to what you're saying, sir, but go right ahead. You just lay it on us, okay, about how depressing it is.
Yeah, okay. Is there really any need for you to use 3- and 4-letter words every other sentence? Are you that illiterate or what?
Yes, I'm a totally illiterate goofball, sir.
Well, you sound like a jerk.
I am. I'm a totally illiterate jerk. Inarticulate asshole.
You seem to be enamored by one 3-letter word. That's the vulgar term for the rectum, right?
Really?
Go ahead and say it if you'd like. You get a big charge.
A vulgar term? You mean like as jackass?
Yeah, like, you know, you
like maybe you call your donkey ass, like in the middle of an emotional moment with him.
You know what you should do? Look up a few...
Sir, let me ask... No, seriously, stop and think about it, because I let you ramble on with your inarticulate Yahoo crap. No, let me ask you a question. Here it is Friday. You listened on Monday and Tuesday. Why would any person who had any semblance of a life waste the time to call and express their dismay with something they don't like, as opposed to just turning it off and going on with their life? What is the reason for that?
Because you are polluting the airwaves here.
No, I'm not polluting anything because nobody's forcing anyone to listen to it. I know it comes as a great shock to some of you over there, but you know what? We have something called freedom of choice. I know that comes as a tremendous surprise, and if you want to listen and you like it, guess what? Go right ahead. And if you don't want to listen and you don't like it, there ain't nobody going to come over there and make you listen. Isn't that amazing?
I've already exercised that choice, sir.
Well, great, and I'm going to exercise my choice to stick the finger right up your rectum, okay, sir? On the phone, that is, because we don't want to make you smile.
Well, we're celebrating the arrival of our new minivan, the Quest, and our all-new sedan, the Altima. Take advantage of 92 model year-end savings of up to $5,000 on selected models while we make room for these exciting new vehicles. Come and see why Manatee Nissan has become the #1 Nissan dealer in this area. Manatee Nissan goes with you all the way.
Coming soon to a household near you.
Honey, what's that smell?
What smell? I don't smell the engine burning up.
I thought it was your turn to get the oil changed.
That's right. Oil Can Henry's presents Honey, I Blew Up the Car. I didn't think we needed the oil changed.
Didn't think we needed the oil changed? Now we have big problems.
I'm not changing that oil.
now.
But I only drive this car a few miles a day.
In this heat, in stop-and-go traffic, do you know how hard that is on an engine?
If only they had gone to Oil Can Henry's. Oil Can Henry's takes the hassle out of getting your oil changed. It's fast, inexpensive, and convenient, with locations in Oldsmar, Carrollwood, Dunedin, Clearwater, and Bradenton. Oil Can Henry's, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 8, Saturday, 8 to 6, and Sunday, 10 till 5. Avoid big car problems this summer. Stop in to Oil Can Henry's.
You're listening to a tape-delayed broadcast from our sister station in Miami, The Neil Rogers Show, on News Talk Radio 620 WSUN.
Yes, I am.
That is shocking, okay?
I know. It's awful, isn't it?
Now, do you know the other caller from Lutz?
Oh, you mean the Yahoo pickup driving, tobacco-spitting, woolly farm animal?
Oh! Yeah, hold on a second, okay?
All right.
Don't go away.
Okay.
Okay. Do you hear what he just said?
Yeah, I heard it. Just ask him where he is. That's all I want to know. Just let me know where he lives at.
Okay.
You hear me?
I hear you. So how you doing? How you doing today?
Now, what's this you talking about I was having sex?
Why are you... I did not say sexy. You like fill in the blanks. I said you spent a pleasant evening probably in the barn area.
Now, I had to leave. I had to call in early today because I got a special meeting of the KKK tonight that's going to have to analyze this stuff.
Now, there you go. There you go again. You seem to have a one-track mind. You said you're going to analyze it?
I said analyze. Don't be putting words
you said,
things I'm not saying.
Or anything else in there, right?
Now, listen here.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question before you go on with your hysterical tirade for the...
Yeah, put it. I'll go right up against him.
You'll go right up against it?
Put him right up against. Go ahead.
Oh, you want to talk to the other guy?
Yeah, you put him right on there.
All right. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, man.
Hey.
What's your problem? What are you trying to take up my line for? I'm over here trying to... You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So what you doing on my line then?
You're taking away his thunder, sir. He wants to be our...
I'm thanking Neil for taking off the cow tipping music.
You know what? You sound like one of them little faggots over there at the college. Is that what you are?
No.
No, he's one of them. He's one of them little faggots up the street, and he's been watching you and the sheep late at night.
No, you know what it is? I was watching him and the sheep, and he's jealous.
Well, why were you watching? Are you lonely?
No, I ain't lonely, but I'll tell you one thing.
Are you like the voyeur at the bottom of the sea?
Was you over here talking about Jesus is a fairy tale?
About what?
You saying Jesus is a fairy tale?
You have this fairy thing, man. You're like obsessed with fairy tales.
Well, if anybody thinks you know about fairy, you should know them.
I'm the expert, pal. I know them from A to Z. I know everyone that's ever been invented.
I could believe it.
Trust me.
I'll tell you what. Lutz is the only place you could go to that you'll be welcome. So when you come on up here, we'll make sure you're real welcome.
The rumor has it we're going to be doing a full-time studio up there in Lutz. That's the rumor.
Bring it and we'll help you build it.
Yeah.
I'm serious. We'll be real friendly to you when you come on up.
I'll bet you will. Now, do you hang out at that nudist colony at all?
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever... Besides
the most disgusting thing you've ever seen, right?
What?
That's the most disgusting thing you've ever seen?
That is the most... Your show is the most...
No, let's get back to... No, don't try to change the subject. You just admitted you've been watching that nudist colony with your telescope.
I say the thing I've ever heard of.
God, first of all, you're watching this guy and his sheep late at night, and now you're looking over, poking your nose in that... you must be lonely.
It has nothing to do with sheep, but I'll tell you...
You must be lonely. That's why you call us every day now, because we give you like a little company.
I'm just going to keep on till you're off the air. Don't you understand?
No, we welcome your call. The people in the audience... I want you to understand this, okay? Because I talk to a lot of people every day. You are our number one caller.
Well, I'm telling you one thing.
And
you got to clean up this show now if you want people to listen to
Well, wait a minute. Now, did you hear the guy from Lakeland?
I heard him.
And he was upset about ass.
He's good. He's right on track. He knows what's going on.
Are you upset about ass?
About what?
About ass. Are you upset about that?
No, I'm not upset about it, but just saying... abortion, and we don't need to hear that on the radio.
We don't talk abortion. You're the one that just said that. I said ass, and right away you're on abortion.
I heard earlier you said that.
This guy's been listening to that Heinrich Himmler lookalike, I think.
I heard you say something about abortion on the radio earlier. That was...
Sir, I said that this show is an abortion.
So why do you compare that to something like that?
Like what, like ass?
Come on, stop trying to confuse me. You know what I'm talking about.
How big is it? What's she look like?
Yeah, right. The other guy's interested in ass.
Well, that's his problem. I'm interested
He doesn't like bare breasts either.
Oh, don't say.
Who is that talking that I can barely hear him?
That's your buddy in Lutz.
Well, let me tell you something. You tell him just to come on out to either Plant City or anywhere around there, and I'll meet up with him.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why does he have to come out to Plant City?
Because I got a bunch of my friends in Plant City besides
Wait a minute. Why is it always you and your friends? We're back on this again. Can't you meet this guy head on? He sounds like a little nice, wimpy guy, a little faggy guy. Why can't you handle him one-on-one? Why is it Mr. Brave with you and your 85,000 friends, okay?
Hey, I can handle him one-on-one. Tell him to come out to Crystal tonight.
All right.
You tell him that to be out at Crystal. We'll be out.
You going to buy him some cheese fries?
No, well, I'm going to buy him something, but it ain't going to be that.
Or are you just going to fry his ass?
What?
I said you're just going to have a good time with him.
I'll tell you something, man. You are the most sickest piece of garbage I ever heard in my life.
And thank God you discovered us.
And I'm telling you, we're just going to keep up till you're off. You understand that?
Keep it up.
We will. And you will be off now. You
Keep it
my
up.
word, you hear?
I will be off.
All right.
Sooner or later, we'll all be off. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Bye-bye. Oh, did you hear that, sir?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's great. I love it. I love it.
He's the best. He's the best.
I know he's got a pickup truck and a pit bulldog and and spitting tobacco all over the place up there.
Right, and probably an outhouse with like a half a moon on it.
Yes. Exactly.
Which fits right in with the nudist colony. I think he goes over and moons them right now. He's a good guy. He really is. He just had a bad upbringing or something. He's just bitter.
I wait every day for him to call in.
Either that or he had like a bad bowl of grits one time when he was real young, and he hasn't been able to get it out of his system yet.
Fruit Loop enema.
But one of these days, man, that baby will squirt right out and he'll feel a lot better about it.
Yes, exactly.
Kind of a brain-cleansing experience. So you're like in Lutz, but probably not like up the street from him at all, huh?
No, I hope not, anyway.
Yeah. Well, you'll recognize him. I guarantee you that. If you see him at You Float Him or one of those places, you'll probably recognize him.
Exactly.
Well, listen, have a great weekend. I'll tell you what, you can be like Lutz number 2, okay?
Okay. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I got, like, the FLA call-in number. I would like you to call in and bust Rush's bubble for him.
No, they won't. First of all, Rush is on tape, number 1. He don't take any live calls.
Oh, no.
They lie to you about that. He's on tape. And number 2, they wouldn't put any of us. Rick and Suds tried that on Monday. Right out of the box, they tried to call in, be friendly, and just say, how you doing? And they're so paranoid over there, they won't put anybody on the air that even mentions SUN or any of this. So it's a waste of time, okay?
Well, your show's great, man.
Well, thanks a lot.
I've made the switch.
Have a good one, and watch yourself.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Man, we are just... Lutz is like a hotbed of activity for us.
Check back in with us weekdays from 2 to 6 for Rick and Suds on News Talk Radio 620 WSUN.
No, okay. And he actually took it in his rear and then shot it out. And he could water too. He could that's right. Squirt. He could pretend like he was a whale or something. Long periods in a tub, relaxing your sphincter.
Well, let's check back in with us weekdays from 2 to 6. Ride home with Rick and Suds on News Talk Radio 620 WSUN.
Once there was a musical that came from a faraway land to captivate Broadway. Once on This Island.
Presented by Tampa Bay Performing Arts and Florida Theatrical Association. And welcomed by WTSP Channel 10.
Now, all the swirling rhythms and explosive dancing come to you as if on a cool tropical breeze. Joel Siegel of ABC TV calls Once on This Island a jewel of a musical. USA Today raves it's one of the best danced, best choreographed shows in years. And the New York Times predicts you'll dance down the street after you've seen Once on This Island. Now, after 18 months on Broadway and 8 Tony nominations, Once on This Island is coming to capture your heart and transport your soul. Come, discover the romance that blossomed once on this island. It's your ticket to paradise.
October 6th through the 11th at Tampa Bay Performing Arts Center. Tickets to the Tampa Bay Performing Arts Center with Ticketmaster are charged at 287-8844.
Because of the tremendous success of the first annual car show and sale at the Sunshine Mall, Stone Buick has extended this sale through this Monday, September 28th. Many of these cars are one of a kind and can only be found and seen at this special tent sale. Tremendous savings on every car. Great selection of new, nearly new Buicks, and a wide selection of one-of-a-kind, ready-to-go used cars. And all in the comfort of the cool Sunshine Mall at Druid, Missouri in downtown Clearwater. During the past 40 years, you have come to expect the finest cars from Stone Buick. We are continuing this tradition with a special sale now through Monday the 28th. These cars will be clearly marked and will require no negotiation and are ready to go. Remember, Stone Buick, great selection, fair prices, no negotiation. Sunshine Mall at Druid in Missouri. Shop in cool comfort of the mall and see why, as always, Stone Buick is a nice place to do business.
You're listening to a tape-delayed broadcast from our sister station in Miami, The Neil Rogers Show, on News Talk Radio 620 WSUN.
Some people don't. They don't have a clue. They walk all around with their head up their glutes. It's always the same. They're just looking for fame. And they love the abuse, like the chronic from Lutz. Oh, the chronic from Lutz is first on the line, 'cause he's hooked like a catfish with half of its mind.
Up here now. Just come on up with your green Corvette.
We, you, and what army of little yahoos, sir? We. All your friends from Carrollwood, all your friends from Tarpon Springs. Why don't you stand up like on your own? It's always we, like you got all your buddies. How come you don't like stand on your own thing, pal?
We do stand on
No, we. Where is that we again, man? Are you speaking French or English? Everything's we.
We, I, we all.
I, we, I. There we go. We, I. You sound like Dan Quayle now, sir. You can't even spell us.
We don't want no obscene pig on the radio.
Right.
And you know you
wait,
never...
Wait a minute. Was that pig as in we? You sound like that baby now.
And you
are you in Lutz or are you in Aintree, sir? I think you've been up in Aintree in the woods with that baby. You want to admit it now or wait till tomorrow?
Some people don't. They don't have a clue. They walk all around with their head up their glutes. It's always the same. They're just looking for fame. And they love the abuse, like the chronic from Lutz. He's the chronic from Lutz.
Oh, you know what I forgot to mention today? WFLA sucks. Oh! We're like just spreading like a big, gigantic tortoise. We like crawled out of the mung, and we're like creeping along and poking it out every now and then, and just sticking that big one eye out to see who's here and what's what. Speaking of what's what, let's go to Hollywood. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got to say, this has to go down in the all-time Neil Rogers archives of the best week ever.
The annals of broadcast history, sir.
You know,
you know what? It goes to show you that if you give people a chance to like branch out and do new things, that it's just amazing what can happen. Even though we do have a mental case for a program director.
Yep.
That's him.
You know, you got...
Boy, are you sure this isn't him?
No. You got Big Bubba sitting up there in Plant City on the Pinewood bench in front of the Countrywood store there.
Yeah.
With his pick-em-up truck and his pit bull named Buck and his rebel flag, and he's probably just going down to the dry cleaners to get his freshly white-pressed suit that he's going to wear with his hood tonight.
Yeah.
And
I thought you were going to say he was like this.
We ain't going to stand for it, Neil. You better get off the air. We don't like this.
Yeah, we don't like it, but turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, I tell you. Have another beer, Bubba. Have a cold Budweiser, Bubba. We love you down here in South Florida, Bubba.
I think he's really calling from P. Ryan, sir, to be honest with you.
I think he is, too. He's a long-time Neely, and I don't think he's fooling anybody.
Right.
You know, and I just don't know who he's trying to fool. But
he'll probably bring us some lunch on Monday.
Well, I can't wait to hear him Monday. You know, he's getting to be almost as...
Oh, man, can you imagine after all the big meetings over the weekend, he'll probably be just full of it, and then we'll probably get Lutz Jr. there on there with him, too. I think
he's probably trimming up that big furry beard he's got on his face.
I think Lutz 1 and Lutz 2, I think something may happen with those two pretty soon.
Trying to fit into them bib overalls to go down to the dry cleaners today. But, you know, they have a knack about themselves. They all sit on that pine wood bench in front of the Countrywood store. They're sipping on the cold beer, so, you know.
Bib overalls, man. You know those guys that wear those bib overalls, like, for long stretches, like many, many days at a time? Oh, man, it must be really ripe in there, baby.
Well, I just want to say one thing to Bubba. Bubba, leave the girls alone now. Go get yourself a handful of sheep for the weekend and then just talk about Neil, because we love you down here.
And don't say any more bad things about us.
That's it. We just love you, Bubba. Come on down. We listened to Neil for many, many years. It's time we turned you on to him. So come on down, Bubba.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Take a winner, pal. I'll tell you one place where we are kicking, I mean, besides Lutz. I mean, we know we got Lutz wrapped up. But in Sarasota, can you believe it? We're just like between New College and the Clown College and what? Oh, the guy, hello?
Yeah,
I just mentioned Clown College, yes.
Got a question for you.
Is this St. Tweet?
Yeah, this is St. Pete.
Okay.
Got a question. Where the hell did you guys crawl out of, anyway?
The slime.
Out of the where?
Out of the slime.
I believe it. I've been listening to that station for the last 2 years. All of a sudden, you assholes show up.
Right. And?
You're talking about all the old people. I don't think so.
You don't think so what?
Down in St. Pete.
Oh, no. There's no old people in St. Pete. I just made it up.
I don't think so. You just made it up?
Right. Just like you made it up that we're assholes, okay?
No, I didn't make up. You are an asshole.
You don't know that, sir. You don't know us well enough to be calling us asshole.
Oh, yes, I do. I've been listening to you clowns. I got news for you.
To us clowns? Like, all of us are clowns. And why is that, sir? Because we're not playing your favorite spit-kicking music on a station that was, like, losing their ass, that couldn't find an audience in a panty raid?
Panty waist.
Panty waist, yeah, and a panty waist. That's in Lutz. Panty raid. Do we have to, like, spell it out for you? You've been listening to too much of that music, sir. It's been affecting your mind. Now, are you still listening?
Oh, yeah, clown, I'm listening.
You're still listening. Now, how is that possible? Are you, like, into S&M, like on the M side, like a serious masochist, like you can't stand it and we're clowns and we suck and I'm an asshole, but you're listening? How is that possible?
How's that possible?
Right. Or do you have one of those old
decent station they had?
Do you have one of those crystal sets that only tunes in 620 and you can't find any other station?
Like I said, you rule the only station that's down here. You're just kind of a wise ass.
No, let me ask you again. Why are you still listening? You don't like me, you don't like the show, you don't like Rick and Suds, you don't like anything except that old snot picking
idiots in here. I got a couple of them that like to listen to it.
What?
I got a couple of idiots down here that like to listen to it.
Down where?
I'm stuck with it.
And so, in other words, they got like you held hostage in a broom closet and they're forcing you to listen?
No, they're in my office.
They're in your orifice? Sir?
Yeah, in my office.
They're in your orifice. Boy, I'd call the police. He was good, man. Now, who are you, sir? Who are you kidding, okay? Whose chain are you yanking, pal? We hear this crap here all the time. Yeah, oh, I can't stand you guys, but we got a couple of people here in the office, and I'm forced to listen to it. Well, that's just to get away from the radio. Go stick your head out the window. Get some fresh air. Another professional malcontent for whom we are doing a massive pubic service because he's happy to be unhappy. We make him unhappy, and he's happy with that. Do you follow what I'm saying? He wants to be unhappy, and we are making him damn unhappy. And he loves it. Now, I want to keep track, okay? Keep like a mental note of between Lutz and the guy in Lakeland and this guy. And like we're going to have a big party up there at Steak and Flake one of these days. And we're all going to sit around and be unhappy together. Oh, man, this stuff really sucks. You know, that kind of, yeah. And we'll play our little Stradivarius and fiddle with it. All right, I'm looking forward to that.
News Talk Radio 620 WSUN goes off the wall with David Paul. Live, weeknights at 10.
Dave, it's like hugging a woman with a small breast. I mean, it's neat at first, but it gets old after a while. You know what I mean?
Mark, we haven't been doing that the entire time, have we?
And how many people have called in that are stoned? Is it that again? Is it that again, Dave? These people...
But, Mark, we never had this in the daytime.
Off the Wall with David Paul. Live, weeknights at 10 on News Talk Radio 620 WSUN.
At Hop, Grill, and Bar, we're committed to quality and excellence, the best by far. Hop, Grill, and Bar, and microbrewery, only the top choice I would be. The finest seafood right from the reef, the freshest taste beyond belief. Hop, Grill, and Bar, everything the freshest by far. Hop, Grill, and Bar. At Hops, our chef serves only the best, thick, juicy corn-fed beef, meaty baby back ribs, fresh seafood straight from the boat. Our homemade soups and pastas are made from scratch every day. We even make our own fresh beer. Icy cold, yeah, man. Everything is handmade and home brewed at Hops, Grill, and Bar. Yes, everything's made fresh, you see. Hops, Grill, and Bar. For excellence and quality, by far. Hops, Grill, and Bar. And microbrewery.
Clearwater, Carrollwood, Palm Harbor, and soon in South Tampa.
Moms, make going back to school fun again. Get your kids a Beverage Beast Collector's Cup and free book cover only at Pickwick. And check out the everyday low price on TG Lee Fieldcrest Vitamin D milk, only $2.69 a gallon. Quality TG Lee dairy and ice cream products at all 83 Pickwick food stores, home of the Beverage Beast.
Kristen, don't look behind you, but there's this huge thing in a baseball outfit.
Yeah, right, Jason. I think you got me on that one last week.
No, I mean it. Wait a minute. He's holding something out, like he wants us to take it. Cool, Kristen. It's a Beverage Beast Collector's Cup with a picture of him surfing on it. Wow, he must be the Beverage Beast.
Get the Beverage Beast's favorite milk, TG Lee Fieldcrest Vitamin D milk. Now only $2.69 every day at Pickwick, the home of the Beverage Beast. And pick up all 3 Beverage Beast quart collector cups filled with one of your favorite 18 soft drink flavors, including Pepsi, Coke, and RC, only at Pickwick, the home of the Beverage Beast.
This is News Talk Radio 620 WSUN Sharon Taylor, and I've lost quite a bit of weight thanks to the folks at the National Quick Weight Loss Center. If you need to lose 5 or 50 pounds, call them at 287-0209 and tell them I told you to call. They'll answer your questions, and if you've tried other programs and failed, well, try this one. It really works, and without all those powdered drinks and expensive prepackaged foods. The National Quick Weight Loss Center at 287-0209.
You're listening to a tape-delayed broadcast from our sister station in Miami, The Neil Rogers Show, on News Talk Radio 620 WSUN.
That gets me back to what I was going to tell this story. I'm sitting there minding my own business on Saturday in my house, watching some boring thing on TV, and the doorbell rings. And my dogs start barking and screaming and puking and carrying on like they usually do, just for variety. And I go to the door, and it's Rick, my mailman, who's a good guy, okay? Good guy in his own bizarre, like most mail carriers are, peculiar way. And I go out, and he's got like, I thought he's got like a registered letter or a certified, something special. No, he just wants to BS. So I go outside, and I'm talking, and he says, boy, he says, this new out-of-town hookup, this is sure the best thing that's ever happened. I said, yeah, we're having a great time. He said, because over there at the post office, man, they were all searching. It was getting really desperate. They were all like ready to tune out. They were all searching for something else, and this came along just in time. And here I just got through between the 9:30 to 10 half hour, which they nearly killed me, and then the gallbladder, which came very close, I thought, to killing me. And, it's like here's a guy who's been, not through the most pleasant time recently, and who gives a crap? And so the callers suck, and this town is basically boring as dog droppings. And the guy's like, well, we were ready to tune out, They were searching. Well, search for this, okay? All you goofballs at the post office in Plantation. Oh, God. Just like kicking you in the teeth. I mean, like, goes out of the way, did not have it just like 3 crappy couple of bills and a couple of pieces of trash mail like usual, nothing special. And he goes out of the way to tell me this story about, well, all those guys at the post office, man, all are your good, loyal friends over there. They were on the way out, man. This thing came along just in time because your show sucked, is what he's basically trying to say. Well, thanks, Rick. Thanks for taking the time to ring the doorbell and to get me out of, like, I think I was napping at the time, out of a solid sleep, to get me to come outside so you could give me those 3 putrid bills, a couple of crappy letters, and tell me that the guys at the post office in Plantation are a bunch, basically, of assholes, is what you were saying, okay? God. They give new meaning to the word mail carriers over there at the Plantation P.O. Here's Dania on the Star Line.
Neil, how you doing?
Great.
I got 2 questions, not 2 questions, I got 2 things to talk about.
All the Broward lines, by the way, are dead as a doornail, man. It looks like Forest Lawn Cemetery on Broward, 524 WIOD. I say let's take all the Broward lines and put them into the 800 trunk. Go ahead, sir.
2 things. Number one, how pathetic this state of Florida is number one, I come out of my house the other day, and my wheels off my garbage pail are gone.
Yeah.
Supposedly in Hollywood, you're not allowed to have wheels on your garbage pail unless you get a fine. That's number one.
Wheels on your garbage pail?
Yeah, you're supposed to have garbage pails with no wheels on there. So you can't wheel in one. They're supposed to be wheelless. There's an ordinance in Hollywood that you can't have wheels on your garbage pail.
Well, that's great.
Number 2, I'm an electrical contractor. Came down from New York. It took 2 years of paperwork to come down here to transfer and take a license down here. Listen to this. First they lose my paperwork, and there's only six of us who passed the exam. I don't know how they can lose my paperwork. I think they're very anti-New York, first off. And second,
what does that mean? They're anti-New York. What does that mean?
I don't know. There's a lot of people are coming up from up north down.
We don't want any more people from New York.
I don't blame them. There's too many of us anyhow.
Right. But, if it's so great in New York, how come everybody wants to come here from New York?
Well, David Dinkins is such a wonderful mayor. He ruined the city.
Yeah. I got news for you, sir. They were coming here long before David Dink was ever mayor of New York, okay?
Well, there are people come here to pay for the sunshine and die anyhow. My philosophy.
Yeah. Sounds to me like you have a lot of complaints this morning.
Oh, yeah, I'm a complainer.
Everybody is really all bent out of shape this morning. My only complaint is about the people at the post office in Plantation. Other than that, everything is great. And, of course, about the fact that Allison and Randy never got their jobs done.
Okay. Now,
Other than that...
Listen to this one.
Yeah.
I went into first I had to get a license from the state.
God, yes.
So I pay them. They go to activation fee, and they tell me I got it in April. They said your license.
Sir, can I listen? With all due respect, can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
This could solve the problem. Okay. Go back to New York. See, you people up there at the Plantation Post Office can sit up there and critique about, well, the calls suck, and this is not so exciting anymore, and Neil's a douchebag, and yet you're sitting up there with your finger, with your finger where the moon don't shine, okay, with your fist on your colon. God, is it pathetic up there in Broward. That's the problem. We need to divert all those, this has been going on. This wasn't something that just started. This has been going on for 2 years up there. Those people have lockjaw, man, in Broward County. There's something wrong with the place. It sucks. Let's do Newport Richie. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Neil?
Yes?
You suck.
Okay, thank you so much.
I love you. You know what?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, buddy. It's refreshing to hear you. Let me tell you something, in all honesty. You are the first black talk show host that has really got to me.
You're cute.
You know
You're
what I'm saying?
Cute. Yeah.
We're listening to you this morning at the Golden Nugget.
Let me ask you, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been working up this material, okay? All weekend?
All weekend.
I bet. You have like a team of writers put this together for you, like Jay Leno.
Will you stop that crap? I'm trying to tell you.
No, I will not stop this crap, sir. I will continue. I will continue with this crap until I motivate the people at the Plantation Post Office to get their finger out of their rectum. How do you like that?
Forget that Plantation Post
They
Office.
make me sick up there, okay?
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. You know what? I used to listen to Bob Lassiter sit on his big fat ass and talk about Neil Rogers. He stole all your material for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
He thought you were God.
Yeah.
This guy thought you were something else.
Yeah, I am something else.
By the way, I talked to his old producer the other day, Neil.
Oh, my God, the day is lost. The day is lost. It is all over. Oh, I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby's back.
He's back.
Hey, I talked to his producer the other day.
Have you ever met anybody that's got fat on their eyelids, sir?
No.
Bob Lassiter is the only human being in the world who's got fat eyelids.
He can store food You know that?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's unbelievable. And ugly legs in his short pants.
Right.
You know, I would like this.
Matter of fact, he said he was storing nuts for the wintertime. I don't know what he meant by that. That's what he said.
Why do all talk show hosts, not all of them, but the majority of them, get fat and grow beards?
Because they sit on their big fat ass all day and just the only exercise to get is their gums.
Is that what it is?
Right.
Hey, you know, I was
They're gumming it.
You know, Neil.
And I don't have a beard, by the way, sir.
You don't?
I'm clean shaven.
What is your weight?
What is my weight?
Yes.
Why, are you writing a book?
Well, you stop that.
I weigh 109. I weigh 193 pounds as of this moment.
And what's your height?
My height?
How tall are you?
How big is it?
How tall are you without heels?
5'9" without the slippers.
5'9", just right.
Some a little. No, it's not just right. I should weigh about 160 pounds.
No one likes skinny guys. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to look anorexic.
Yeah. You get in bed with the skinny guys like going to bed with Venetian blinds. You know what I'm saying?
Really? Well, I guess that's the voice of experience. Well, have a great day.
Neil?
Yes?
You're coming in strong. And
Great.
I'll tell you something. Keep up the good work. I'll tell you do have some bad callers there.
You're not too far from a Hudson, are you, by the way?
Well, this is Newport Richie. This is a class area.
But that's not far.
You know what this is the home of? The most boring talk show in the world.
Which one is that?
Mr. Williams lives here.
Mr. Williams?
Bruce Williams.
Oh, Bruce Williams lives there?
Makes his home in Newport Richie, Florida.
Well, that's a good place for him, believe me.
There's nobody living here under the age of 65.
Uh-huh. Hello, Bruce. I want to go into business. I'm 110. I want to invest in my future.
Wouldn't you like to hear him just once and one of these guys call in and say, you know, Bruce, I can't make my payments, and I've lost my job. What advice should, wouldn't you like to hear him just once say, burn your damn house down and run out of town or something?
Right, exactly.
That's the kind of advice you'd give him.
You bet.
Neil?
No, that's the kind of advice you'd give him because you're all hard.
I don't want to suck up to you, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, you do. You've already started.
But I'm going to tell you
like
this.
I said, the voice of experience.
You're a breath of fresh air.
Well, have a great day.
See you later, Neil.
See ya. Newport Richie, ladies and gentlemen, and Hudson. Right close together there. In fact, I think Aaron's coming over to that guy for a little lunchtime something.
News Talk Radio 620 WSUN goes off the wall with David Paul. Live, weeknights at 10.
That's it. You're describing my girl of my dreams.
She has something that she wants to ask you.
Okay, go ahead.
Something she wants to do.
Well, any time now.
Hang on.
I'm a busy man. There's other people on hold.
We were going to ask you if you wanted to take a bubble bath.
Do I want to take a bubble bath? Sounds like fun.
Everybody beat you to it, though.
With whom? With you?
Well, me and Eddie's already taken one. It's too late.
Are you in a bubble bath? Well, wait, have you already taken one?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Call me up when you're actually taking a bubble bath. Yeah, get rid of this loser and call me up, all right?
All right.
All right, let me show you what a real man is. Okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
What a fox, man. What a fox. I'm going to go home and slap the old lady, man. I'm going to slap the old lady. Oh, Melanie.
Off the Wall with David Paul. Live, weeknights at 10 on News Talk Radio 620 WSUN.
We know we care, we deliver. We back up what we say. And Vanity Nissan, you don't just buy a car. Vanity Nissan goes with you all the way.
Hi, I'm Peter Kramer, president of Manatee Nissan, and I'm inviting you to visit our dealership and save big money during our 92 model year-end clearance sales event. We've made a special purchase from Nissan's factory in Tennessee of selected 92 models. They come with up to $1,500 in customer cash assistance. Come and see why Manatee Nissan has become the #1 Nissan dealer in this area.
Manatee Nissan goes with you all the way.
I wonder if you remember back in school a kid named Eddie. Now, you might not recognize him by that name, but every one of us went to school with a kid like Eddie, because Eddie was what they called slow in first grade and second grade. But then one day in third grade, Eddie came to school wearing eyeglasses. They were these great big thick plastic things with an elastic strap that wrapped around his head so he wouldn't lose them. We poked a lot of fun at Eddie. He was the first kid we ever knew who wore glasses. He was also the only kid I ever met who learned to read in 3 days. Because, see, Eddie wasn't slow. He just couldn't see, and he'd been in school almost 3 years before anybody knew it. And even today, there's no way of knowing who the Eddies are out there without an eye test. But at OptiWorld, that test is free to the whole family and only takes about 10 minutes. And if there is a problem, independent doctors are available for a comprehensive eye exam, and OptiWorld will even throw in a free spare pair of eyeglasses absolutely free. Just buy a complete pair at our regular low price, and the second pair, up to $116 value, won't cost a penny at OptiWorld.
You're listening to a tape-delayed broadcast from our sister station in Miami, The Neil Rogers Show, on News Talk Radio 620 WSUN.
That's our new sounder. Those are the boots from Lutz. Is this really a Lutz call?
Yes.
Our new Lutz listener?
Yes. I'm a brand new listener.
Unbelievable, sir.
I wish that all the Yankees would go back with their penny-pinching, selfish butt.
Obnoxious.
Go back. They stink.
Yeah.
And they talk funny.
Right.
They come down here and they take all the jobs away from people that live here.
Right.
They work for nothing.
Right.
And they just
they stink.
They're screwed up, you know. I wish they would all go back.
They're obnoxious and they smell bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather have
And they got just pounds of armpit hair.
And I don't know what it is about you, but I like you, but you suck.
Right. You sound like the guy from he sounds just like the guy from Newport Richie, didn't he? With a different voice. He likes me because I suck. Well, I've heard that before. That was another caller from Lutz. Man, we are kicking ass in Lutz. We can't buy a call in Broward, but we are dynamite in Lutz. I bet you there's a lot of dynamite in Lutz.